Game doesn't really mean that much to the Patriots, but it means everything to the Houston Texans if they can get some help. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz. Glad to be with you here on CBSSports.com. It's the NFL preview show presented by Tyson Anytizers. Let's take a look at the Texans scenarios for how they can make the postseason. And you see it right there. Obviously, all with a win. And there are some tie issues here that could go in as well. But this is the basic scenario. The Texans will get in if they can get losses from two of the three teams in front of them: Baltimore, the Jets, or Denver. Let's bring in NFL.com's Pat Kirwan to break this game down. And Pat, when you talk about the Texans, you talk about a team that throws the football. When you talk about the Patriots, you talk about a team that this season has struggled to stop you from throwing the football. This looks like a great opportunity for the Texans to get their first winning season.
Yeah, I think it's a tremendous opportunity. I don't believe the Patriots are going to play a lot of players in this game. They've got a lot of guys who played last week hurt in the offensive and defensive line. I think you'll see them resting all of them. And as soon as you start resting those kind of players, you don't want to put Tom Brady at risk against Mario Williams and a Houston team. After talking to Eric Winston yesterday, their big right tackle, they are excited not only about the playoffs, but to get that first winning season. So New England, you're going in there, I think you're going to struggle because of what Houston's got on their mind. Having
said that, though, Pat, I mean, this has not been a New England team that's been able to win on the road this season. One true road win, and that was at Buffalo. The other one was in London against Tampa, and that's not a real true road win. They're going to have to win on someone else's field to make it to the Super Bowl. Doesn't that maybe want to push you a little bit harder to play some of the guys in this ballgame?
It could in theory, but they know that that's Tom Brady, and they know if they get the players they have healthy, and that young defense is getting a little better as they go forward, they'll take their chances rather than risk injuries down in Houston with this game. And remember this, if they land up falling to the 4 seed, that being the Patriots, they would have to eventually play the Colts in that first road game you're talking about, Jason. And when they played them last time, it was 35-34. I'm sure they've looked at that tape and figured out a couple of things they could do. I don't think they fear the Colts. And it's a nice short trip from New England. They're going to get a home game. Tom Brady hasn't lost at home since 2006. They'll win that game, and then they'd be off to Indianapolis. And I think they're excited about their chances. New England's a dangerous team right now.
Yeah, and they're playing better of late as well. And last week against Jacksonville looked like that team that went undefeated with Tom Brady building that 35-0 lead against the Jaguars. Having said that, go back to Texans for a sec here. This is a team, as we said, throws the football. Matt Schaub, #1 in the NFL in passing yards. Andre Johnson, second player in NFL history to have back-to-back 1,500 yards receiving. Big day for both of those guys and a lot of points for the Texans in this one.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know that the Patriots are going to generate enough pass rush to slow this down. I don't think that the Texans are going to come in here and try to run the ball against a defense that's only given up 4 rushing touchdowns. This will be a 35-40 pass attempt day, and I think the big kid Johnson's going to have a very big day along with some other receivers. So big passing day for the Houston Texans.
All right, Pat, real quickly, one thing here. Even if the Texans don't get in the playoffs but win this football game, how big is that for Houston to have its first winning season?
Well, it's going to be very big for them, and they've never had a winning season, and Eric Winston and those guys, as they like to say, they're hanging on with their playoff hopes. I think they're realistic about that. The expectations that 2 of those teams you mentioned would lose, they're not thinking that way. They're absolutely thinking about, let's get our first winning season, let's use it as a building block for the future, and let's save our coach's job, which I think they'll do.
Well, trying to win 4 in a row after losing 4 in a row by a combined 19 points. Pat, thank you very much. Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy New Year, Jason.
All right, folks, and for more on this game, which is 1 p.m. Eastern on CBS, keep it right here with CBSSports.com. That'll do it for your NFL preview show, presented by Tyson Anytizers, the meaty Good Man Snack. For Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.